Right, well today I've come out to the Sibbald area. There's a new trail up through here which I haven't done yet, and the weather is so nice that I'm going to go and find it. I think it's called 10 Years Gone, I think it's called. Let's have a look. What does this say? Yeah, this is the Jumping Pound Loop. Now up here off on the left hand side, look at this is February. Look at this. Normally there'd be like foot 18 inches of hard packed snow and ice all up through here, and I saw somebody had done a mountain bike trip up through here yesterday. I think I saw it posted, so I thought I'll come and have a look at the new trail. I was talking to Tony Daffron there the other week, and he said that they added the new trail, so let's go find it. Right, well, it starts just as you come into the Sibbald area. Now you can make several loops out of this, which is kind of my plan. Looking at the weather, I might do the whole loop all the way around. Whichever way you go, it's not far. So, yeah. What a glorious day. Look at that. Blue sky day. I will take it. Right. So I will head up here, and as soon as I get to anywhere I need to turn off or whatever, I'll let you know. Right. This is the Jumping Pound Loop, which I've done many times. Goes straight on. 10 Years Gone, which is a new one, turns off to the right. So there's another sign up here. Let's see what that says. What does it say? You are here. Yes, I am. Yeah, so I think I'll go off up around all the way up around this. I might just do the entire loop. This is the old loop, this black line, and this is the new bit. So I think I'll go all the way. I might go all the way around just for something to do. Yeah. Well, be right. Let's go that way. See what we got. Well, I'm getting up to the top of the hill-ish, and I've already decided to delayer. Hat's gone away. This is February the 8th, 2026. This is insane. Come to a corner. What's this called? Arse Turn. Yeah. Not sure who named that. Yes. Okay. Arse Turn. I'll take your word for that. This trail seems to be predominantly made for mountain bikes. I'll tell you what, if you're into mountain biking, this is a nice trail for mountain bikes. All the corners, it's obviously been built for that. The corners are all banked. Down the bottom there's some jump bits, all kinds. Yeah, definitely I think designed more for mountain bikes, but very pleasant walk. Lots of zigzags, lots of backwards and forwards. It's fairly easy elevation gain. I'm already a reasonable height above the road. I know I am, because I can hear it down there. But, there's some mountains off over the Arse Turn sign. That's Moose Mountain. Right, I'll do some more a bit further up here. You can see there's been a lot of mountain bike traffic up here. A lot. It's supposed to be a couple of places you can get views, and I suspect this is one of them. So let me just move along here a little ways. Tell you what, it's very pleasant. Very pleasant. Yeah. I should think in the spring when all these aspens have leafed out, this will be amazing. Oh yeah, it's a nice view. Look. Yeah, so Moose Mountain's that one up over there. I know all these mountains inside out and backwards all down through here. If you cut down that valley, you can take yourself all the way down to Brad Creek if you want, or you can go the other side of this mountain and follow the trail down. The new and the old Tom Snow North go down through that way. There are trails and that go down through this way. You can go down through there. That's not so much of a problem. Yeah, there's some nice places down through there. Yeah, you won't find nice trails like this, but there's some nice areas down through there. Right, well, on I go. Like I say, once all the leaves come out in the spring, I think this will be absolutely bloody magic up through here. Right, I'll continue on up this way, see what I can find. Still got some views out through there, Moose Mountain. That pointy one right in the middle, you can see the fire lookout right on the top there. Yeah. Tell you what, this is very pleasant. I will be coming back up here again in the spring once all the leaves are out, which normally would be about 2 months from now, 3 months from now. But here we are. I got a feeling the snow gods are saving it all up for us. And we're going to get hammered. Yeah, I just have a feeling. But in terms of a walk, this is very pleasant indeed. Yeah. Whoever built this trail did a lot of work, that's for sure. Yeah. No question. Let's get that off the trail. So I do trail clearing, but there we go. I very much doubt there'll be anything. I do have all my tools with me. I very much doubt there'll be any work for me to do on this trail. Better not be. Come out for a relaxation day, not a work day. Yeah. Anybody that knows me knows I'm usually out clearing trails and maintaining stuff. But this being a brand new trail, shouldn't need anything. Right, oh, listen to the wind. It's very noticeable. In Calgary, hardly any wind. Get halfway here, the wind on the highway, very noticeable. Yeah. Right, I will continue on that way and do some more in a bit. Well, I can tell you, there's a lot of nice views from here. A lot of very nice views. Yeah. Listen to that wind. Woohoo! That's Chinook wind. That's why it's warm. See all that cloud over the mountains? The mountains are like a buffer. The wind has to go up over the top, and as it comes down the other side, it compresses. As it accelerates, it compresses, like putting your thumb over the end of a bicycle pump, and warms up. And that's why we're so warm at the moment, because we have these winds. If we didn't have the winds, it'd be damn sight colder, I can tell you. But I tell you what, that is not a bad view down through there. Not bad at all. Yes, it's given me some ideas too. Yeah. Right, I spotted something I didn't know before. Now I do. Right, I'm going to go that way. Right, not sure if you're going to be able to hear me. There's windy up here. Wow. Once you get out of the protection of the wind, heading back east now, just enough to zigzag back a lot, I can tell you. But if you're into mountain biking, now if you're a die-hard, want to cycle down the side of a bloody mountain type guy, this would probably be too easy for you. But I tell you what, for your average mountain biker looking for a really nice trail, this is nice. Hey, I was just thinking, if I built this trail, I would have built a bench up here, and sure enough, there's a bench. This is exactly what I would have done if I was building this trail. Nice. Well, I'm going to sit down. Oh, okay. I saw this piece of trail coming through here, and I know that there was an old trail that heads up into the reserve, because the reserve is up over that way. So I will sit on this very nice bench. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a view. Oh yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah. Well, I was umming and ahhing what to do with today, and I opened Facebook, and on Facebook there was a guy that had done the mountain bike around here, and he was saying it was bone dry, and I thought, well, I did litter picking in Calgary yesterday, picked up 6 buckets of crap, and I thought, okay, I need to do something for me today. So today I thought I'll find a nice little walk, and I haven't done this trail because it's a brand new one, and I can tell you now, whoever made these benches, thank you very much. That's exactly what I was thinking on the way up here. If I was building this, I'd have put some benches in, and sure enough, there they are. Excellent. Right, I will continue this way. I'll get back into some of these trees here in a minute, 'cause, that wind is literally pushing me over. Holy crap, Batman. Right, I'm going to get back in the trees. Right, back in the trees. Oh, the difference. The wind out there is absolutely brutal. In here, absolutely bloody magic. This was such a good decision today. Such a good decision. Yeah. I'm very surprised I haven't seen anybody on a mountain bike actually. I'm not a great mountain bike guy. I prefer to walk, but I tell you what, I think even I would enjoy coming down this. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Very nice indeed. Yeah. Right. Well, I will continue down the trail, which is that way, and go from there. So I've just come that way, as you can see. We'll see what I mean about for mountain bikes. Nice banks, turns, nice curves. Off back down the forest that way. A lot of switchbacks, a lot of curves. Yeah. Yes, I'm very surprised I haven't seen more videos of this, because the mountain bike guys will love this trail. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Yeah. And just as a hike, like a family hike, this is absolutely fantastic. It's easy going. Looks like I'm losing a bit now, but it's such an easy walk up through here. It's like I say, in spring, once all the leaves are out, this is going to be very pleasant indeed. So I will continue on down the trail this way and see what else I can find. Well, I just said I didn't send any people. Some people out trail running just went by. Yeah, this gully is full of cows down through here. You can see the cows have all been down through that way. Yeah. Yes. Very nice. It's amazing how far voices travel through the forest, isn't it? Now, just as a note here for those adventurous people that like to go off and explore, the other side of this hill off to the right, that's all reserve land over there. That's all native land, so respect our land and please stay this side. The other side, all along the top of that ridge, is the dividing line, so yeah, stay this side. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm glad I'm in the trees. I can hear that wind out there, it's just howling. So I will put this away until I'm a little bit further down the trail, and because I believe there's some more viewpoints down here. It'll be the same view, just from a different angle. Right, let's go see what I can find. I have encountered a couple of icy sections. This is on the northern slope, that's facing west, it's facing north. All these zigzags up through here, pretty icy. We do have spikes, but now facing east again. I haven't, well, yes, southeast. I haven't used them yet. A lot of the ice on this trail is just like this. You can just walk off to the side, not a problem. They do have spikes. I'm determined not to put them on. Yeah. Yeah, those runners took off down the trail. I caught up with them again. Now they've taken off again. Not sure where they went. Down this way somewhere. Listen to that wind. Wow. So this doesn't make for a nice walk, but don't know what does. Oh, looks like we've got some more ice. Let me negotiate a route around this. Sun's right in the eyes, which is a real pain. Can't see how far it goes around. Oh, not too far, only to there. Right, I'll put this away so I've got both hands and do some more in a bit. Right, well, here I am at what I would hazard to guess is the next viewpoint, and sure enough, there's a bench. Thank you, guys. And there's another one up here. I think I'm going to stop on this one, have a little bite to eat, and drink of water. What does this say? Abby and Suki, whoever you were, Abby and Suki, thank you very much for the bench. Yes, very nice, very nicely done. Comes complete with end tables, look at that. Yeah. Excellent. Actually a good spot for a view. I'll take that. That one down there has a slightly better view. This one up here is more to my liking, so I will sit here and have a drink of water. Right. Oh, this is very pleasant indeed. Very nice addition to the trails. Right, let me sit down and enjoy this. Right, well, I decided to come and sit on the other bench here, just to take a compass head in here. So, I've got my compass set up here, so I'm on dead north there. So if I sight up on the top of Moose Mountain Fire Lookout, which is straight through there, we're at about 185. Right, lunch break is over. I looked it up on the map when I get home. There's something I've spotted out there and I want to get a grid on it when I get home. Yeah, unfortunately this camera doesn't have a zoom. There's something I've spotted out in the middle of nowhere right out there. Right. Now, I'll check that when I get home. But, yeah, I think that's a new edition bench. I think that one up there, probably the original. Make sure there's nothing behind. Oh, more people coming on bikes. Alright then. That's the way to do it.
Somebody coming? Hello.
No, nobody else down that way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah. I suspect this will be an incredibly popular trail as time goes on, because this is really nice up through here for mountain bikes and stuff. Bloody amazing. Yeah. Right, I will continue on down that way. I suspect they are travelling much faster than me since I'm ambling through the forest. Right, okay, I will do a bit more a bit later on. Yeah, look, nature's bench. Yeah. Yes. Interesting. Yeah. Right. There we go. It's very pleasant. I mean, if you like zigzags on mountain bikes, and banked turns and all the rest of it, this is an amazing trail actually. I think that's what it's been designed for. It's mountain bikes, but as a hiking trail, it's certainly very pleasant, that's for sure. Nice views out through the trees, some nice viewpoints. Not too much elevation gain. I've no idea what I've gained, but nothing that makes you stop and have a breather, you know, nothing. I could walk around here easy without stopping so far. Only been stopping for views and have a drink of water. Yeah. Get out the wind for a bit. Always nice. Back into some more forest and see where the trail goes now. So just come out the forest into a bit of an old clear cut. It's been replanted. You can see there's all new trees and that in here. Yeah. All these little green ones are all the new ones. Yeah. Poplar in here as well. That tends to be what happens here. The poplar will take over, create shelter and shade for the conifers. Now, poplars are short-lived, 30-40 years. They're done, they're falling over if that. And in the meantime it provides shade and shelter for the new trees. Yeah. Yeah. I did not know this went through a cut block. Now I do. But this is a good thing, see, it all has to be replanted. These trees here are 2 to 3 feet tall, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you leave a forest just to do its own thing, like I said in many of my other forest videos, you need good forest management, and good forest management does require every now and again the removal of the trees. Yeah. Let new trees grow. This creates great habitat. If you look at a dense forest full of tumble down trees, there ain't much lives in it, I can tell you. Oh, we've got some ziggy zags here. Look. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. If you like zigzags, this is definitely the trail for you. Yeah, look at all these new poplars and that all growing in here. Those things grow like weeds, like dandelions, but they create amazing habitat. Yeah. Right, I'll get to the top of this bit and see what I can see. Oh, there's another nice view from the top of this cut block. Yeah, that hill right there, that there is Cox Hill. The angled one was that was cut a couple of years ago, that one there is Dawson. The Trans-Canada Trail runs along the bottom of that way, up through that valley there, and then up the top of Cox Hill and down the other side. That's the Trans-Canada Trail. So those mountains we can see all over there, that's heading out towards the other side of this lot, the other side of those mountains you can see there. That'll take you down into like Barrier Lake area, what have you, which means the Trans-Canada Trans-Canada Highway is up over that way somewhere. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, that's a nice view, this is. Yeah, this bit up through the cut block, I've just seen another cyclist go by. But yeah, I'll get up the top of the hill and I should be able to see over the other side there and again in a minute. Like I say, that's Cox Hill, Dawson, all down the back of all that lot. That's all down the back of the demonstration forest there. Trans-Canada Trail runs across through the bottom of there. Yeah, all of that lot you see along there, those hills you see along that side, that's all Hunchback Hills. Right in the very distance, I don't know how well that will show on this camera, I'll try and point straight at it. You'll see a white band of snow on the top of a hill, just there, a tree covered hill. That there is the popular end of Hunchback Hills. That's the big open plain piece at the top there, where everybody goes and sits. That's up there. Yeah. Right, I will get out this wind and hopefully get back into some trees in a minute. Right, so that's facing east. This is where you come across the cut block. There's a guy down there just coming around and that zigzags back up and around here around the cut block. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the guy I just saw go past me just now. Right, let me head up this way. Yep, almost at the top, back into the trees and out the wind. Yay! Right, top of the hill, more bikes. Yeah. Right, where are we? We are there. Okay, so we've got trampled underfoot, goes down that way. Somebody else on the bike, so I'm there. Could go down and all round trampled underfoot and come back that way. What are we looking at for distance? Not far. See, the ground distance is actually not very far at all, but the the zigzags, they add a lot, they really do. So there's no distance measurement from there to there. That'll be down up over that one, I think. Yeah. Or I can go back down this way, back onto the road. Then I can cut up part of the old jumping pound and back around that way. I could turn that into a loop. It's not that far around, so don't know. Dilemmas. That's only 0.6. That's 0.7. That's 1.5. That's 2.4. So if I go the long way round, yeah, I don't know. Oh, what the heck. We've got half a day, so where are we? Sun's over there. Oh crap, yeah, we got those half a day's up there. Well, once the sun's up there, we're halfway through the day. So, oh, another bench. Woohoo! Go check out the bench. Yeah. Alright then, another bench. That's good. Right, so that's a short way back. Sorry? That's a long way back. Well, I've opted to take it in the long way back, so we will see. We'll see how this works out. To my way of thinking, there's no point in me doing half a leg around the thing. I might as well do the whole thing. And as he's going down there, it gives me an idea of where the trail goes. Right, so he's heading down through there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Might as well make this. I can make this into a whole day walk instead of half a day. If I go all the way, follow this right to the very end, I can cut across the road and come back up the jumping pound one on the other side. Not done that route for a very long time, so from where I am, probably about another 8 or so kilometres, I guess. We'll have a look, see what we find. Right, well, I came up the other side of there and I can see the trail goes up over the hill, up through the top, and now this is coming the long way back. There's a short way back, which is the Kashmir, I think it was called, and this way, long way, can't remember what this one's called, but we've got loads of sunshine and we're not even halfway through the day yet, so I'm going to come the long way round. Yeah, seen quite a few people on bikes already. I can tell you what, in the summer this is going to be insanely popular because this is such a good mountain biking trail. Yeah, must be back in the forest. Bit of difference, eh? No wind in here, just me and the squirrels. Right, when you go through that cut block, that's that piece you can see there. From the top of the hill you'll see a big clearing, and at the bottom I see some bikes coming down the trail there. So the short route back goes down that way, long route back comes down through here. You'll come past this clearing. Just in another bike there, so there's some people coming, and I'm going to continue this way. Right, see what else I can find. Okay, somebody got a little carried away with the chainsaw. My suspicion is they stopped for lunch here somewhere. Yeah, we now have a mushroom. That's actually pretty cool. It's bigger than it looks. Yeah, it's the old tree stump. There's the rest of the tree over there, I guess. Yeah, somebody carved a mushroom. Well done. Yeah, nicely done. I like it. Yeah, well, that guy on the bike that I saw coming down the valley the other side hasn't caught up with me yet. So whatever. I'll continue on my way. I'm not exactly known for walking slow. I do tend to walk fast. I'm not sure how far this trip's going to be all the way around. Hello, Mr. J. Mr. J, yeah, I see you. Not sure how far this trip's going to be all the way around. If I had to guess, I'd say somewhere between 10 and 15, but I will work it out when I get home and see if I can put a more accurate number to it. Okay, that's cool. Just found another one. Yeah, this one's a bit smaller. Yeah, whoever made those, thank you. Adds a little bit of something interesting on the trail. That's cool. That's two I found. I wonder how many more there are. What do you reckon? Who knows? If I see any more, I'll let you know. Right, I've just had some more cyclists go by. So this side of the long route back, can't remember the name of the trail. I'll add it when I edit the video. This is much easier walking. That 10 miles gone is a lot of switchbacks. I can feel that I'm covering a lot more distance. There's a big distance between map miles and trail miles. I can tell you now, that 10 mile gone is probably half again, if not double what it says in the book, if you measure on a map. So I will see if I can find some accurate numbers. There must be some somewhere. But two more bikes just went by. Yeah. This is what this is like. This side is really nice. Much older forest. Yeah. Right, on I go. Right, let's just do a little point of reference. That clear cut over there is where I came through. The top of that hill, just up in those trees, is where the turn off is for the short way back. Come on, it's called now. Down through this way is the long way back, but that's gives you a point of reference. That's facing roughly east, I guess, from here, east-ish. Yeah, sun is over that way. Sun's not quite in the middle of the sky yet, so we're not noon. So I will continue. When you just have to make that extra little bit of room for your handlebars between the two trees. I don't know what that is across there as well. What? 2'6", 3 foot. Yeah, machined out part of the tree. Not sure why you wouldn't have brought the trail around that side of the tree, not sure, but somebody cut it through there, so whatever. Yeah, this might be breaking out into a bit of a view along here again in a minute. It'd be rather nice. Oh yeah, definitely starting to see something. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Moose Mountain's over there, Cox Hill's over there, Dawson's the one in the bottom. Dawson's that angled one that kind of goes up with not too many trees on it now. They logged all that out last year and the year before. Woo! Oh my goodness, you ain't going to be able to hear any of this. Let me get back in the trees. I'm on a ridge now that's facing directly west. I am going to hit the wind hard here. Right, I'll put the camera away till I'm further down. Well, they made a nice job of this bit. Yeah. Some parts of the trail are just a pain in the arse to do anything with. And that looked like one of them. That looks good. Nicely done. Just in about 8 bikes going up the hill and 1 bike coming down the hill. So And this is February. Imagine this in summer. Yeah. If you've got kids and you want to bring them out on a nice mountain bike trail, this would be pretty cool, I should think. Yeah, there's some really good downhill sections with some nice curves and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But it is a new trail, so bear that in mind. I'm trying to get as many of the big rocks off the trail as I can. I found a couple of trees with a very low hanging branches. Easy smack your head on them with the on a bike, so I've cleared all those out. No deadfall yet. A couple of small bits to just move out on it.
Thank you.
No worries. 2 more bikes. Get a couple of these. So these are the pieces of rock you want to watch out for. So let me get those off the trail. Let's hope we're coming up to another intersection. Let's see where we are now. Right, so that one that I couldn't remember, what's it called? Trampled underfoot. That's what it's called. Right, so okay. So, yeah, that really windy corner. That was the lookout there, right? So I started here, all the way up there. Nice lookout there. Down here. This is the shortcut back. This is at the top of that clear cut piece here. That's the shortcut back. I did this piece. This actually, although if you look at that, this looks like it's a lot further. This was for walking. This was actually way easier. Such an easy walk. I'm now here. I could go back along the old trail and back that way. That's not a particularly interesting trail, and I've done that one in the last couple of years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to the road, cut across, and then come back along this. Now I might need spikes along there. I've done this piece along here many times, but there are some bits along there that remain icy, so I might have to put spikes on there. So when you get to here, that's called Trampled Underfoot. This one over here, this is the original jumping pound loop, I think. Yeah, this is the original jumping pound loop. So you can go that way back to the beginning, or you can go this way back down to the road. Oh, more bikes.
How you doing?
Whoever thought this would be February, eh?
Yeah.
Just insane. Yeah, mind you, that is the best way to do it. Right, let me turn this off for a second. Right, just chatting to those people there. I think everybody's in agreement. This is going to be a very popular mountain bike trail. This is part of the old jumping pound loop that I'm doing now. This will just take me down to the road. I'm going to take the wimp route back. I'm going to go down to the road, cut across the road, and go down the far side. Be the south side of Highway 68. I can hear the traffic, so I'm not too far away from it. I haven't done this piece of trail for some time, but I can tell you now that that trail up through there, that is going to be really popular with the mountain bikes. I saw a bunch of people go past me one way, and then I saw them going back the other way. So I figured what they'd done is they got down to this trail, because this trail is just basically a walking trail. The other trail, the new trails as I call them, they're much better for the mountain bikes. So I think that's why they turned around and went back the other way. On a bike it doesn't matter. Yeah, not sure how many kilometres I've done so far, quite a few I think, but I will add it up when I get home. Just head down to the road, which is just down here, and then cut across and up through the other side. Just a quick recap on this first part of this trail. So I set off up Jumping Pound from the east end, then I went up 10 years gone, cut across the trop down under Trampled Underfoot, back onto Jumping Pound Loop. The people that just went past me on the bike that were going the other way, they decided to take the road back. Yeah, I'm going to head down here, cut across the forest, the other side of the road, and go back that way. There's a walking trail, that's much nicer, but I might need my spikes on the other side of the road. I'll find out when I get there. Yeah. Right, so this road I'm coming up to here, this is Highway 68. The only thing is the other side of this road can be icier, especially this time of the year. Yeah, so I can't believe this is February. Look at it, insane. This is normally April. April normally looks like this. Right, so in front of me we have over there, that's Hunchback Hill, that there is Cox Hill, Moose Mountain. This just takes you down onto the road. Quite a lot of people park here. This is Highway 68. The people on the bike I was just talking to, yeah, up there. I'm going to cut down through the forest the other side of the road here. I'll show you where that is in a second. Basically just cut straight across the road. You can't miss it. Ooh, it's windy. Maybe you can park here. Yeah. Head up the trails, which is not bad. Not a bad place to park. Right, so if you are doing this road, crossing this, be careful crossing this road. The sign says 80. I can tell you now, coming along here, 80 is insane because there's enough kick-ups and dust. So if you're coming down that way, across Jumping Pound, just go straight across the road and you'll head back into the forest. Nice little sign here. I'll tell you where you're going. This is Civil and this is the Jumping Pound Loop. Yeah, so we're going to head into the forest that way. Yeah. Much nicer walk, I can tell you. Much nicer. Some people opt to walk up the road, but it's such a dusty road. And this is an old trail, this one down through here. This has been here a while, so I actually prefer this trail. Much nicer walk. Not sure what the wind's going to be like the other side, but we shall see. Last time I did this loop, I did it the other way around, I did it clockwise. So today I will do it anti-clockwise. As you can see, in this nice forest, cows and that keep it all. People always say, you know, why do they graze it up in here? This is why. Look at it. Yeah, having the cows in here is absolutely vital. Back in the day there would have been piles and piles and piles of bison and that up through here, redistributing nutrients all over the show. And now we rely on cattle. It's good for the cattle food, certainly good for the forest, that's for sure. And this is a much nicer walk, so I will put this away for a second until I get out the trees. Right. Not been down in here for a while. So that log there, that very nice log laying on the side there, looks like that has written on it, Dave, stop for a cup of tea. That looks like a Dave chair right there. Nice, and not a bad view as well. Far enough off the road. Yeah, right, yes, I think I will stop here for a cup of tea. Thanks a second. But first, time for tea. Oh, I did that upside today. Doesn't get much better than this. February, I'll tell you. The wind's a bit strong. Not sure how strong that wind's going to be. Happened today, whatever the day is. Whatever the day is. Sunday, I think it is. Sunday the 8th. Yeah. Amazing spot for a cup of tea. I don't think you're going to be able to hear anything because of the wind. So I'll just do sign language. Tea. Feet. Oh yeah, we'll take that. Well, tea break over. Thank you, Mr. Bench. That was a nice little bench, that was. Right, up, ready to go. Alright, so this piece out along here, this is actually a very nice area. Yeah, this is the south side of 68 on the Jumping Pound Loop, and it can be a little bit icy further up in the trees, so I do have my spikes just in case. But in terms of a walk, you could walk back along the road if you want, or you could walk back along the trail. A canine through here of some description, could be somebody's dog. No, it's running pretty straight. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a coyote. Dogs tend to be left, right all over the bloody show. Coyotes tend to run in a straight line. Yeah. So if I had to guess, I'd say it's coyote. So we go with that. Yeah. So this is the south side of the Jumping Pound Loop. A lot of people miss this one, they really do. You know, it's a very easy walk. It's not like you can't see it, you know what I mean? If you can't find this trail, you're really in trouble. Yeah. It is a very popular trail, but A lot of people nowadays, they're not content with just walking through the mountains. They want some stunning Instagram hanging off the edge of the cliff pictures every 5 seconds, and that's just simply not the case. Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, I know what that is. Okay, keep seeing places that I recognise in the distance there. Yeah. It's funny, you know, I look at all these forests up through here. I know every square inch of these forests. That over there is what I call Eric's Hill, because Eric's over there. The Dawson, and that bit through the middle there. Yeah. Yes. That's some very interesting trail up through there, I tell you. Yeah. Not too many people go that way because it doesn't go anywhere. And if you get off trail, there's no trails like this up through there. If you get off trail, you can find yourself in some very, very boggy areas. Right, if you head like from here, if you head across to that piece over there, between us and there's a big creek in there. Jumping Pound Creek is over the other side of there. This bit in the bottom, all these willows and that, sits very wet in there, really wet. So this is one of those areas up through here, between here and Moose Mountain. If you don't know where you're going, probably better to stay out of there, because you can get into some pretty wet situations up in there really fast. Yeah. And once you're in there, the only way out is the way you came. There's no shortcuts. Yeah. That's why when they did a bunch of logging down that way there the last couple of years, they had to go all the way round. Even the logging people didn't go through there. Right. Right. As you can see, this is much more pleasant than walking back along the road. This is I'm now heading approximately east. I'm on the south side of 68, heading back towards the parking at the far end there, heading east. So that's where most people park for this. Yeah. Jumping Pound Creek, like I say, is off to my right. If I'm feeling adventurous, I might just pop down to the creek. We'll see how much ice there is along this part of the trail. But as you can see, you can't really miss this trail. It's very nice. Very nice walk, actually. More people should do it. Yeah. Right, I will continue along this way till I find something else exciting. As I was saying earlier in the videos, we're all that aspens starting to come out the ground up around the back of 10 years gone, and that. This is what it will eventually look like. See the way the aspens all populate very quickly, and then amongst it you'll see all the conifers. So that adds a huge amount of windbreak, so it stops the trees from getting damaged. The conifers will grow continuously. The aspens will get to the point where 30-40 years, poof, they all fall over. Have a nice day. As they hit the ground, they all deteriorate. If you look over in the forest there's all kinds of them on the ground out over there. They all deteriorate, break down, and makes good food for the forest floor. So very, very important. It's like a natural progression. They start off as these the poplars. These things grow like dandelions. Grow like bloody dandelions. They sprout out of everywhere. And what you end up with is a nice conifer forest, because eventually the conifers will crowd them out. And that's the natural progression of forest. That's how it works, and it's good. It's good to see forests like this. Good to see so much wind. Yeah. Very, very windy. Right, okay, I will put this away till I'm a bit further down the trail. Right, so that's the way I've come. As you can see, nice clear trail. Get to here, icy, so I've just put my spikes on. Yeah, whipped out, put my spikes on, because I've got a feeling up through here I might find quite a bit more of this. I know once I get in the forest the other side I will, so I might as well just put them on now and be done with it. So much easier. Anybody who doesn't have micro spikes, get them. Forget about all those other ones that you can see, the ones with little bubbles on it and all that other crap. They're garbage. Don't bother with those. Right. Now, when you get to here, I'll see if the old sign is still here. There used to be a sign over here that was completely wrong. Yeah. It actually showed the trail continuing back up towards the road, and it doesn't. As you can see, it comes this way. Yeah. So let's go across here. This is the road up here that goes down to the group camp. Can't remember the name of it now. Probably Jumping Pound. This whole area is called Jumping Pound. Yeah, right. Let's have a look. Did they put a better sign up? Yeah, they did. Okay, so this sign never used to be here, right? So people would get to here, right, and the sign actually points you off to my left. If you go down there, that takes you down to the group campsite. Where you want to go is follow that sign. Right, is it still on there? Yeah. Right. So somebody's actually scratched it off because this was incorrect. Yeah, all these pieces along here, it actually shows the trail. See this dotted line, you come along here, it actually shows this dotted trail. It's going back up and around. That takes you up the road. That's that road over there, right? The trail actually continues straight on over there. So you get to here, you'd look at this map and it would tell you to go back up the road towards the main road. Completely wrong, absolute garbage. Yeah. All right then. Yeah. So the new trail comes off here, goes off up over the back of all this lot basically, and then comes back down that way. Yeah, so that sign, they still have it here. Yeah, Pine Grove Hiking Trailhead. The sign is still wrong because it shows it going back up the road and it actually goes across there where that guy's running over there. Yeah, right, on I go back to the parking, which is this way. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm going to be wise putting my spikes on, because once you get into the forest up here, if I remember rightly, it's a lot more shaded, and this time of the year we might have some there are some bridges up in here, so there might be a few icy crossings. Let me see what we got. I guess the wind got the better of that sign. Yeah, well, I put my spikes on thinking there'd be a lot more ice along here, and so far there isn't. Yeah, very pleasant walk actually, very pleasant. Yeah, there are some bits along here that tend to sit wet at certain times of the year, so what you'll find is they put these little log pieces across here. See these? No water in here at the moment, but in spring when all this lot melts, and well, say when it all melts, it's already melted already. Yeah. Oh, had a deer go running across the trail up there. Nice. Yeah. You'll find little pieces like this just to make it easier. There's a bunch of bridges up in here too. Yeah. Yes. This is actually a very nice walk around loop. Like if you want to more of it now. If you want to walk around somewhere nice, easy walk. This is an easy walk. Like if you come out the parking lot at the east end and you walk along here, your elevation gain is basically zero. It's basically just a really nice walk through very nice forest. Look, yeah, much nicer than this. Down that side, if you follow that all the way down through there, that will take you down to the creek. Jumping Pound Creek's down in there. So there's loads of this wooden walkway along here. Does get a little wet, so they put these in here, so it makes it easier. Yeah, very pleasant walk through here. Right, I'll do some more bit further up. This is why I put my spikes on, because there are some places like this. I know I'm in here. There's very few of them actually, so it's actually been quite nice. Yeah. This basically runs just down the south side of the road. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but I can actually hear the road off to my left hand side there. Yeah. This is much more pleasant than walking the other way, I can tell you. Yeah. Much more pleasant. Isn't it nice out here, eh? Yeah. I think next week, I think we're back into the -10s next week. We don't want this to stay too warm for too long. Otherwise all the ice in the ground starts to melt. And that'll wake all the trees up. We don't want to do that. That could be bad. Yeah. Right. Seen that happen before. A whole bunch of trees and that, they leaf out early, and the frost will come and kill off all the leaves. Yeah, it can be devastating. Yeah. I remember that happened one year in Calgary, and half the trees up my street disappeared. Yeah. Yep, we lost a lot of big trees up the road. This is why it's nice up in here. Oh, feel that sunshine. Yeah, I'll take that. Isn't that nice? That's how creek's off down the bottom. And I'm heading that way. Yeah, so there is some ice along here. and two very nicely placed logs for a chair. Yeah. This is the bit that I thought was going to be icy down through the bottom here. Some people go along the top of there and back out across the top of the road, but you're actually better off going down that way. So I will put this away because I shall probably need two hands. Even though I've got spikes, I will probably need two hands, and I will head down this way. Yes, this is what you have to watch, the gullies and stuff. So I've all this down through here. See how much all the ice and snow and that. The spikes actually makes such a difference. Ooh, looks like we've got a flooded section down here. There should be a bridge in here. One of these in the bottom of here has a bridge in it. Maybe the bridge is underwater. Or under ice, I should say. Yeah, it could well be. Yeah, I thought there was actually a bridge in here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's pretty flooded. Yeah, this is what you've got to watch this time of year. That's why when I come down through here, put your spikes on. Yeah. Yeah, it sits pretty wet down in here. That. Right, well, I'll continue up the bank and do some more in a bit. Here we go. I thought there was a bridge in here. Looks like this is a new bridge. I know they had a big storm come through here and actually destroyed a whole bunch of this down through here. So that looks like a new bridge. Yes, it is. Because it didn't have these nice steps and that here last time. Ah, well done. Somebody made a nice new bridge. I knew there was a bridge in here somewhere. Yeah. Not too long ago we had somebody in there that it looks like we had another one down here. That there's the other bits of it down there. Yeah, I think we had I think this has been completely rebuilt recently, because those saw cuts down there don't look that old. Those ones. Yeah, I think we had a bridge tree, that one over there, but look at it, come straight through the middle of the bloody bridge. Well, that's a bugger. Yeah. Either way, somebody's rebuilt it. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Made a nice job of that. Well done. Yeah. That's the thing, see, I can build my log bridges, and many years ago I used to build bridges quite similar to that. I didn't put the nice railings on the side. I had a slightly different way of doing railings, but I used to build bridges like that. But now I can't do that because I don't have vehicles and access and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, whoever did that, nicely done. They even mited the corners on the end. Like, yeah, somebody was thinking. Makes an extra stronger post if you do that. It sounds silly, but if you mite the edges and then put the like the 2x4 up through the inside, it actually makes it look stronger. Yeah, nice. Okay, on I go up this way, just past a couple of young ladies, and they got spikes on as well. They expected it to be worse than it is, and it isn't. So that's good. On I go. Just do a little recap. This is where I started. Went all the way along here, up over the back of there, all the way around that, all the way along here. Now here, this is there used to be an old picnic area over in there, and I've only got this last little bit. Was that say 2.4? Another 2.4 to go. That picnic table over there used to be over in the parking lot, which is over there. So not sure who moved it over here. This table was falling apart years ago, and somebody put some logs under here and a log under there to hold it up. Yeah, I don't think that table was long for the world. It used to be over there, and there's an open area over there. It used to be over there. Somebody moved it. Right, so another 2.4 kilometres and I'm back. Excellent. Right, there's a fairly good view of the what's the name there? The creek. As you can see, you'll see all this logs and stuff down there, all this woody debris. That's all the stuff that got washed down in the floods 2013. This was an absolute raging monster. It's a little creek now. See, this winds its way through. It's a little tiny creek, but I can tell you now, in the floods of 2013, this thing was a raging monster. All those logs got washed down through here. It's very important that they remain there, because there's all kinds of habitat and what have you created with it. It's a natural process. So yep, that is very important to make sure that that is left like that. And yeah, just gives you an idea of the power of water. Right? It's a little creek now, but it wasn't back then. Right, I'm going to head on my way, probably only another couple of kilometres. Right, this next bit might be interesting. It looks really icy going down through the bottom here. So let's see what we got. Looks like we had some fresh trees down, like really fresh. That's the only thing. All over the winter, you get trees come down all over, so that's why you'll see me do a lot more trail clearing videos in the spring, because after a good winter, you'll be surprised how many come down. This is all fresh cut. They've just cleared this. This has all just been cleared very recently. And I suspect that's why we have a nice new bridge up there too. This was all cut at the same time. Look at this. Yeah. Well, at least it didn't take out this bridge. This one's been here a while. Yeah. This is why I have spikes on. Yeah. Trying to negotiate that without spikes might be interesting. I was going to take my spikes off just now, but I thought, you know what, I'll keep on just for a little bit longer. Glad I did. Yeah. Trying to get up here without spikes would be interesting. Yeah. Hey, there's a creek down in the bottom there. Right. Whew. Yeah, I think what they did is they diverted people along the top of here by the look of it. Yeah. Looks like we had a whole crap load of trees come down through here. Yeah, some still there in the process of falling too. Right, okay. I will do some more when I get to the top. Oh, that was a long walk. I'll add that up when I get home and see what I did there. But I have some tea left. That last bit, oh, there's been some trees down in here. Looks like the crews have been up here working in the winter from that new bridge that I found. There's a whole bunch of trees that you could see had been cut out recently. There was piles of sawdust there that couldn't have been there more than a week, if not days. Oh, but I have some tea left, so cheers people. Nice cup of tea, thanks for coming along. Oh, have a nice cup of tea before I drive home. Get these spikes off. I was going to take the spikes off, and then I come across the next bit of ice, and I thought, well, no, I'll just keep them on for a little bit longer. I kept them on all the way. Yeah, I'm glad those people on the bike that I bumped into that were going to come along that way, I'm glad they went back up the road, because they would have had a hell of a job on a couple of those corners with the bikes. That would have been interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I don't think they'd have been able to get through there, to be quite honest. Yeah. Right, well, the creek is good. I'll show you the creek here in a second. I'll just show you the creek. Creek is down there. It's flowing, look at that. This time of the year I've walked across here, literally down the bottom of the hill here. You can walk right across into the forest over that side. And solid ice all the way across. As you can see, it's not solid ice now. Actually, it's down quite a bit. I reckon I could walk across there in my welly boots. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad, eh? So all in all, a damn good walk around. So let's put that down over that way. Then the sun's probably not on it so much. Yeah. I think the sun was shining on the lens there a touch. So either way, cheers people. Time for tea. Oh, yep. I will take that. So today's trip was, I started on Jumping Pound Loop, went up 10 years gone, went all the way around 10 years gone. Then I went round all of Trampled Underfoot, back down onto the road at the far end of Jumping Pound, crossed 68, Highway 68, and came up all along the south side of Jumping Pound Loop back to here. This is the parking lot. The parking lot's actually closed this time of the year because it's just sheet ice up in there. That's why I haven't taken my spikes off yet. I will in a minute. That's why I haven't taken them off yet. Oh, yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah. I can tell you now, I don't know how far I walked, but I can tell you it's a long way. Especially that first bit over the other side, because a lot of zigzags. Map distance and trail distance are two very different things, so I'll try and come up with an accurate thing on distance of how far I walked. Bloody long way, I can tell you that. Yeah. So, you've got to reward it with a cup of tea when you get back. Yeah, can't be bad. Right, cheers people. Thanks for coming along. Another day done. Right, I've just found a map here that has all the mileages on it, kilometres on it, roughly speaking. So I will add all that up and see what we did. Excellent. when I go. Thanks for coming along.